Welcome back. And new tonight, DeKalb County Police have launched an internal investigation after a transgender woman says an officer confronted her for using the women's bathroom. She says this happened 2 weeks ago at a county public library in Tucker. And tonight, DeKalb County's top official is calling this a, quote, teachable moment.
It's a teachable moment. For who? Hopefully for him. I hope you didn't say that because it's a teachable moment for the police officer. We all learned this when we was in kindergarten, right? But even before then. Yeah.
I spoke with the woman at the center of the controversy.
Woman.
I use the restroom, the women's restroom.
That is nuts. Looks like he decided to be a woman today. He ain't got no skin in the game. I think it's much more to being a woman than what's going on upstairs. That's just crazy ideology, man.
Yeah. I use the restroom, the women's restroom, like I have been for months, if not years. Never had any issues.
Sarah Swinson.
That's a huge disparity. You go from months to years? Like there's 12 months in a year.
Like it just came to him how long he's been using the restroom.
Yeah, it's like there's 12 months in a year.
Yeah.
You went from months to years.
Yeah.
You telling me you're crazy without telling me you're crazy.
Yeah.
Is a regular at the Tucker Reed Kofer Library. She says after she used the ladies' room on October 20th, a DeKalb police officer on hand for early voting confronted her.
He says, "Excuse me, sir," so misgendering me right away. "You're not a woman, that's obvious."
Swinson says she tried explaining to the officer that she's a transgender woman, but he got angry.
"This is a police matter. There are women and little girls in there, and I have to protect them."
She says it ended up causing a scene in the middle of the library, and she tried to de-escalate.
Finally, I just
She tried
nodded,
to de-escalate.
you know, and he walked off, and I was very thankful.
The next day, she emailed library staff, who she says reached out to DeKalb County Police.
The library filed the complaint on my behalf.
There aren't any Georgia laws banning transgender people from using bathrooms aligning with their gender identity.
You know what's crazy? That we've never had laws. It's just like it's common sense. Common sense and decency. We have a separation of bathrooms to protect women, to make women feel more comfortable. Yeah, it goes without saying. You don't. Who would have ever thought you had to create a law to make sure men didn't use women's bathrooms? It was unforeseeable. That scenario never popped in anybody's mind. Why would you need that law? Right.
DeKalb PD says its internal affairs unit is actively investigating the incident, but offering few details.
Internal affairs? That dude's going to get fired. This would make a great episode on the Twilight Zone. This is like a comedy sketch.
Spokesperson said the department, quote, remains dedicated to treating all members of our community with dignity, respect, and professionalism.
I'm not mad
You know
at
what's funny? You're not treating biological women with respect and dignity. That's the problem I have. Before we get back to this video, don't forget about our new giveaway. Ford Raptor Bronco and $10,000 in cash. Get and win? Go to officialhorsetwins.com. When you support me, we support you. Any purchase you make get you automatically entered to win. And I think we get away 50 or 100 times the entries. And if you enter right now, you also enter our next giveaway, which is a Ford F-250 and a Polaris Razor. Yeah. Hey, women don't walk. Women take care of their hands. Look at this. Look like he's sitting at home like this. Just gnawing them, and then he still paints them anyway. Those some nubs right there. I got better nails than him. Look at this. I got better nails. But I'm not trans.
Anybody, more than anything, I'm just overwhelmed by the support I've gotten from people.
Amid a passionate nationwide debate over where and when transgender people can use bathrooms, locker rooms, and play on sports teams aligning with their identity, Swinson looks at it this way.
I'm not looking for this guy to be fired. I'm not looking for him, to be really punished in any way. I just hope that this is an opportunity for education.
You know what? I'm not sure if he's wearing a hairpiece, wig, or whatever. And I'm not sure what his... Look, obviously right now he looks like a man. I mean, that's evident, right? But I'm not sure what he looked like when that day that police officer stopped him. Did he have long hair? Was he wearing overalls with a cowboy hat and some boots? I don't know. But obviously, that police officer was very concerned when he confronted this, whatever it is. And now he's got an investigation by Internal Affairs. At Internal Affairs, they investigate dirty cops. That's how crazy reality is right now. It's like nuts. They're actually doing a news story about it.
They should look the way they're framing the story. They should be doing the news story on the trans, but they're doing the news story on the cop
Right.
because he's the bad guy. He escalated everything. The trans wasn't the catalyst.
You're right.
It was the police officer.
Like, it's like, first he came out, right? Oh, I'm a trans woman, right? Then he jumped from trans woman to I'm a woman. Just like that dude jumped from months to years.
Yeah.
And I asked DeKalb County CEO Lorraine Cochran Johnson about all of this. She told us the county supports the LGBTQ community, calling this a teachable moment. She says as a result, they'll be looking at their training, curriculum, and laws and policies on the books. The county further clarified their official position is for library patrons to use whichever bathroom aligns with their gender identity.
Hey, Kel, who goes to the library anymore?
I didn't even know
That's right
libraries
there.
still exist.
Who goes to the library?
Well, if you broke, I think you can get books for free. You check them out, sign your name. Hey, you got to bring his book back in 2 weeks. Maybe he's,
And now tonight,
maybe
to
he's an avid reader.
You could do that on your phone, Kindle.
I know.
You don't need.
And these are the very same people is all about up in arms about the environment. Y'all can save a lot of trees if you start reading from your phone.
Yeah, this is like the modern day Blockbuster. Nobody uses Blockbuster anymore. What is this? I don't get it.
Yeah.
A win for the White House, the Supreme Court allowing the Trump administration to block transgender and non-binary people from marking their passports with the gender they align with. The ruling stops a lower court order which required the government to let people choose male, female, or X on their passport. The changes were enacted by an executive order shortly after President Trump took office.
Yeah.
What does X stand for? I
It's
remember
kind of like the Malcolm X thing, you know. You don't want to, you know what I'm saying? You don't want the white last name, so I'm gonna go with X.
You know what reminds me when we was minors living with mama. Remember we used to look at that show called Roots, and remember Toby the slave? He didn't know how to write his name, so he just put an X right there.
Yeah.
Now people of this ideology, LGBTQ, now they're using X because they don't want to acknowledge that they're either gender.
Yeah. Yeah. This just looks crazy.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say crazy. That's too strong of a word. I would say he doesn't look well.
Yeah, he's making this regular blouse, this woman's blouse, like a crop top. Who does that?
What's that hanging?
That's his stomach. He turned into a crop top.
Nice purse.
Yeah, just because you wear a purse and put a necklace on, wear your hair long.
Don't
you're a
forget
woman,
the lipstick.
The lipstick. You go in a woman's
Paint your
restaurant.
nails.
Yeah.
Got long hair? Even though you still obviously look like a male.
You definitely sound like one. I've seen some, I ain't going to even say it. Man, this show's over.